Hello there, Hunter, aka HGods. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, LJ. How are you?
I'm doing just fine as well. First off, we gotta start by saying, first off, congratulations on the recent shows recently. Opening once again at the Brooklyn Mirage for Black Hat Sex Machine and also Skull Machine, aka Kaiwachi, and of course, opening for Yetep in this community tour with If Found, Sad Boys, and of course, Juku. How did it feel to be opening for some legendary artists such as BTSM and freaking Yetep?
Thank you, man. It was a big weekend, probably the busiest weekend I've ever had, music wise, here in the city. Um, it's cool. It's a cool feeling to like get approved to get to perform on these stages and these lineups because a lot of times I look up to the artists and uh it's just like an honor that my name is next to theirs. It's really validating for this as a part of this journey to see my name next to people who I listen to and look up to. So it's a very validating experience, and it's really fun too.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of fun at places like Mirage. They treat me very well, so I love it.
That is amazing to hear. Thank you so much, H Gods, for blessing us with your talent, not only on those legendary stages, but also different venues, even festivals such as Elements. This is another legendary moment in your career. However, I feel like for a lot of people, people think that your name is like, no, like, yeah, rising, but not really known. But this is a man who I believe have been on the grind ever since, I believe, 2015. I don't know if you remember G, the
What?
very first track ever on your SoundCloud, when you the
Oh
one first
yeah,
one you
yeah,
the first
yeah.
one
It
you produced. And I know. I'm talking about the freaking past, the very beginning, the first song ever, but that's where it all like begins for me. So I'm curious to know. We can technically say that we are nearing the 10-year anniversary of H Gods, but I'm just curious to know, how did your sound like truly evolve, if you can recall, from that 2015 track? Or if it makes you feel any better, we can just stick with AWOL, the first track that was like in 2017.
Yeah, I mean, I love that so there's a lot of tracks that are ahead of G on there that are private now that were not private for a while.
Okay.
I don't think the production was there, and I still, obviously don't with a lot of these, but I love how SoundCloud kind of kept a record of these beats that I was making and uh just kind of seeing the progression. So I do have my actual first ever tracks, that go back to like 2013, but it's like not, no one's gonna hear those ever. They're very bad.
Okay.
But that's what's part of it, and that's why I love having that archive and that journey is showing my development as an artist and um the how the routes I've taken, different genres, different sounds, and there was a period where I was doing just like a ton of remixes, um, and just really honing in on things that I um, like sonically for this project to be associated with me, and I feel like lately I've kind of really started to refine that um, and turn this project into something that's got a more clear vision and yeah, and I think it's just cool to have the reference point of the really old stuff on SoundCloud there
That
for
is
sure.
amazing to hear. And yes, the evolution of the sound of H Gods definitely has improved ever since then. I was gonna say 2015, but okay, 2013. But we don't talk about 2013. That was terrible. But again,
Yeah,
like
you
that's
got
for
to
the
start
private.
somewhere though.
But it
Yeah.
doesn't. But right now, reaching where we are right now, can you pretty much say you are definitely prouder of what you are delivering to the crowd musically in your career? Because people could say, like, your sound is not just like one specific sound. We're not really putting HGods in a box because we hear some of the recent songs, but also the songs that really put you on the map. And it's pretty much it's pretty much an amazing versatile resume that you're able to do one genre, but you're able to do another and another, and be able to switch from one to the next pretty easily. One of those stories that can pretty much be a testament to that is when you were chosen to open for Dab the Sky, Dab and Answer the Sky. You were supposed to open just for that one, just to open up. But they said, hey, we're going to make sure you open for the closing set. So you had to really switch it up and play a certain other set. So how did it feel to open up and close for Dab the Sky? And you had to like wager between the two sets. What's the feeling going to be?
Yeah, that I mean, I appreciate you pointing out the genre diversity there. I take a lot of pride in that because it's not easy, and I think it, in some ways it has its setbacks because I'm not focusing on one thing and really refining it. But on the other hand, I get bored. I make this music in my room and I have to hear it. And if I don't like it, then I don't think anyone else will like it. So I need to keep it fresh and keep it interesting. Um, and same goes for my DJ sets. So it translates over. I feel that I need to have enough diversity in my live performance that people stay engaged. Because myself as an audience member, I have my own tastes, of course, and I like to feel very engaged when I'm at a concert with new stimulus and everything. And so for Dab the Sky, I feel like I was an excellent candidate for this situation because when they told me I got to play there, my understanding of that was that I was just going to get to open. And obviously, when you're opening up, you got to kind of take it easy a little bit. You can't you know put the pedal to the metal as the first set. Would be a little taboo to do at a show like this, and they're more melodic focused. But when they reached out a couple hours before doors were set to open and said, "Hey, we need you to close too," I was just stoked because when you close, it's just anything goes,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just really where I got to, uh, take it to the fullest potential that I had at the time, and you could really see when I stepped up there that the audience really received that well, and it was the coolest feeling I've ever felt in my life. Just kind of getting handed a sold out crowd and saying, "Have fun."
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was awesome. It felt amazing, and it was really a night I'll never forget. And of course, for my musical journey, um, very grateful for that opportunity.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And of course, it was pretty much a sold out show. You absolutely destroyed it, opening and closing, really making sure everyone on that lineup, not just Dab the Sky, Set the Sky and Dabbin, but also Bijou, Frost Top, everyone else. They all just did an incredible job, but you were the one who got to play twice, so you had to really make sure that it started off strong and finished off strong. And I'm just so proud of you and all that you have accomplished in that particular show, especially being sent the email a week before. So it's like, okay, I had like 160 hours to perform not just one set, but now I got to perform two, and that's before the doors open. God dang! But you took it with ease. You made sure you buckled down, got through it, made sure you delivered the best you possibly could, and the proof is in the pudding. People are out around the world, or people around the EDM community are knowing the power, the prowess, the beauty that is HGods. So I'm curious to know, what do you prefer like playing more? Do you prefer more like the melodic sets, with that, the Sky and Yetep, or are you more of a person who likes being more a bit more heavy, down to the floor, like you opened for people like Gigi McGree and such like that? What do you kind of prefer in your sound?
Lately, I'm definitely preferring the heavier stuff. I think there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot more leeway to get experimental and kind of control the or from what I'm able to do, kind of control the pacing and whatnot of a set. Um, and it also allows me to incorporate a lot of different genres. So when you say like it's a bass music set, well, it wouldn't be weird for me to play a rock song in a bass music set because everyone knows there's going to be bass music right after, transitioned into it. So I'm able to have like a much more diverse sounding set. Um, and that's really what I'm enjoying now. But like, don't get me wrong, obviously house music incorporates all kinds of stuff as well. Um, but yeah, bass music, I just feel like I have a little bit more tools to use to kind of work the crowd and build a more interesting set that'll kind of go somewhere over the course of it.
Understood. So that's pretty much why something like No Gods, No Masters, that particular show, really meant a lot to you because there was a lot more leeway. There was a lot more songs you can use in your set, and not to mention, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, that was the first show that you were pretty much created yourself and headlined yourself. So if that was like the first ever NYC headline, okay, that's amazing. How did it feel to create No Gods, No Masters and bring that vision to life?
Yeah, so No Gods, No Masters was my first New York City headline. Um, Fortunately, Rash was gracious enough to give me the room for a night, and the concept is in the name. No Gods, No Masters. I like all the DJs to feel comfortable just ripping it. Doesn't matter what time you're on, just crush it. Do whatever you want. Play whatever genre you want. It doesn't matter. Everyone's there to have fun. Um, Everyone's an artist and they have something they want to do and portray and uh, music they want to show off at a club. And, sometimes it's kind of hard to find like a way, a way to do that. And
Mm-hmm.
that's where I thought this was like a great party to throw to just kind of let loose and say, we're going to do whatever we want. It's going to be good because we're all talented, everyone on the lineup, and we're just going to let it rip and have fun with everyone. And it was a great success. We all had a really good time. It was a great turnout, and I'm very happy for it. But yeah, first New York City headline was a success.
So I'm just curious to know now, since that was No Gods, No Masters Volume 1, you put the whole set on your SoundCloud. I'm just curious to know if, looking back at No Gods, No Masters Volume 1, what would be expected of Volume 2 if you wanted to elevate it and make it a bit better? Still, you're the one in charge. You're the one who's taking the wheel. But what would the changes pretty much be? Would it still be the Rash venue? Would it still be trying to look for a bigger venue? Would it be bringing more friends that you interacted with throughout your career or throughout your days and give them the spotlight? How would it look like?
Yeah, that's something I've been pondering ever since I did the first one. Obviously, as you caught on, it's volume 1. I want to do one every so often. I don't want to oversaturate. Um, I was offered to get to do um some more nights, but I was just worried that, if I'm playing all the time, everyone it won't be special. So I want to kind of do every couple months, maybe once a year or something, because that also gives it time to become fresh. The music I was playing a year ago isn't the same music I'm playing now. Obviously, there's some, you know, a couple returning hits that show up in the set, of course, but I do want to keep it fresh. So, um, next year it could be anything. We might have a lot more, hard dance, techno incorporated. I did really enjoy getting to do that at the GG Magri show. That was a lot of fun mixing that with dubstep and trap. Uh, was a really interesting concept, and it was a ton of fun. So maybe we'll do something like that. And but there's a lot of time and who knows you know, what new subgenres will bubble up and interesting things that'll occur. And um, yeah, we'll see. But also for setting the lineup too, I've got a lot of friends who are interested in taking part in the next one and would definitely love to have them because everyone's got their own their own sound and story to tell and party to throw and all of that. So and they bring, of course they bring a new audience to it as well. And people um New York City certainly isn't known for the bass scene, but there's definitely a bass audience here. When these shows happen, people show out and they're excited about it. So like I think more bass shows certainly can't hurt.
Nope, they will not hurt at all. So
Mhm.
I can pretty much tie this to the next thing I can ask, which is regarding the lineup possibly for Volume 2. Are there any artists that you have been listening to, inspired by, or that like really like mean a lot to you? Like who knows? These names you might mention could possibly be in the Volume 2 lineup, but pretty much what kind of artists like are you listening to that really like, is just really blowing you away right now, and you would love to see or experience live? Let's stick with that.
I mean, yeah, because I haven't put the thought into the lineup yet. Obviously, it's got to be, if they're going on the lineup, it's got to be someone that I can afford because like it's not profitable.
Understood,
Uh,
but hey, a man can dream,
yeah.
and if you want to throw him a few like no dream names, then please go right ahead.
Oh yeah, for sure. And obviously, also I don't necessarily need to be the one that's like headlining these parties.
Mm-hmm.
It was more or less just a proof of concept for me. But if I'd have to go through who I'm listening to right now and also try to find some local New York artists as well. I think that definitely adds a lot more value, kind of making it a more local underground appeal. But yeah, I would have to think on that for sure for who would be playing it. Yeah, it's like yeah.
Definitely take some time for that. That is okay. That is okay. But now I just want to. But now I'm just curious to know, since we're pretty much more trying to really deliver more based in the New York City area. I'm just curious to know. You moved from you were pretty much in NYC about 2 maybe 3 years because you moved from Virginia. I'm just curious to know, how did it feel? Like, did Virginia was it why? So I'm curious to know. Yeah, no, I'll ask you then, why move to NYC? Because it seems like a lot of people, a lot of producers all the time, the first thing they'll say is, let's go to LA. Let's go to freaking Denver because that's pretty strong in the EDM community. Let's go to freaking Ohio because hey, Los Angeles is there, so why not start producing there and at least put our foot in the door? But why NYC?
Well, yeah, definitely not the logical decision if you're, just trying to go right into bass music or whatever. But um, I was playing a lot of venues in Arlington and Washington D.C. Like Soundcheck and everything like that. That's
Mm-hmm.
actually where my first ever headline was. Um, and once COVID hit, obviously all the opportunity drained up, and I had a friend up in New York City. I came up to visit, and I was like, everyone's so nice and willing to network, and it was just so easy to become or to feel welcome here. Um, Plus, so many other factors like it being a walkable city, things like that. Just so many factors played into it that I was like, I'm just gonna come here and then figure it out. Um, And, when I moved here, my one goal, I just started my fourth year here. So my senior year of New York. And my one goal was to play Mirage. And I did that after like 2.5 years or something. So I'm like, well, I guess I need bigger goals now. Um, so yeah, I mean, I think there's obviously some other logical choices, but fortunately, since I've been welcomed in here, it has been it has been feeling productive and fulfilling. So I'm definitely getting the most out of it for sure.
Understood. That's amazing, and I'm happy to know that your friends NYC was welcoming to you to give you the opportunity because believe me, you're not the only one who didn't have much of opportunities to try and follow or get EDM wise, because but a lot heck it was during that time where a lot of producers, they were trying to keep themselves relevant by trying to do virtual streams or virtual shows, and that was and for all of us here at home at that time, that was what's keeping us all sane and keeping us no, at least our mind engaged, giving us that musical feeling, letting us know don't worry, hopefully it'll be over soon and we'll all come together at shows and actually be there
Yeah.
IRL to witness them without having to worry about being 6 feet, without having to use hand sanitizer every 10 minutes, that type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
definitely remember that.
I'm happy to know that NYC was at least a place where you could have the opportunities, talk to the right people, and get yourself running. And and since you mentioned you had your goals, you want to play at the Mirage, you want to play at Elements, and you already got those two things checked off. So forgive me for asking this question. I know this might be kind of a blank slate, but I'll just ask it anyway. What might be next for HGods?
Well, I've got some songs I need to finish up,
Mm-hmm.
and I self-release 99% of my music. I have one that's on a record label. So I typically, stay away from that, but I'm thinking about shopping these ones around. I'm really proud of them, that I'm working on. So I need to finish them, shop them around. If I get impatient, I'll probably just drop them myself. But hopefully those do well. And then I'm also hoping to get booked on some festivals for next year. And that's just a whole journey in of itself. Because I know that festival season's wrapping up here, and that means it's already started for next year. Um, so I need to get ahead of that and hopefully get to play something even bigger and better.
Mm-hmm.
Always try to keep leveling up and getting in front of more and more people because it's just been a ton of fun, and everyone's having fun in the crowd, so it's just a great experience any chance I get to share my vision with everyone.
Understood. And I do wish you the very best in looking for those opportunities, for definitely for the festival season. But hey, don't forget about the states that are near or around you as well. We have New Jersey, we have Philadelphia. We do. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I had to mention Philadelphia because we do have the Hijinks Festival, and who knows, some of those artists that might be collecting or getting for that particular event, we could see you either being a part of the lineup or being a part of the after parties, because that would be amazing to witness if they give you the opportunity. What am I saying? If it's gonna happen, I'm already putting the
Thank
seeds in
you.
your head. It's definitely going to happen. But I also wanted to ask this as well. Again, so I thought that, like I mentioned, 2015 was kind of the start of HGods, knows around 2013. We don't talk about 2013, but I'm just curious to know: will there, if there ever be, a 10-year anniversary for HGods?
Uh
It's been nearly 10 years, or around 10 years, of HGods pretty much being a project. That's no small feat, and a lot of artists don't even get to reach 10 years. So, is there
yeah,
no
I haven't
celebration
thought
in
about that
offer?
at
Or
all. I don't know. I might just go with my friends to the bowling alley or something and have a beer with them. I don't know if we'll be unveiling the old projects and showing that off. But we'll think of something. That's a good idea. I'll try to nail down like an exact date of like when I first, because you know it was before I was making electronic music. I was just making beats for my friends to freestyle rap on while we were sitting in the dorm room. It
Mhm.
was just nothing serious. And then I think things got a little out of hand, and now I'm here. Um, but yeah, we'll think of something. That's definitely something to ponder for sure.
I could hardly freaking wait. And of course, we also gotta give a huge shout out as well to two specific artists who you stated that has really helped elevate and really put HGods on the map. Lilith and Grace Venes Escaffi. Hopefully I'm saying those things properly, because the biggest thing you stated about those two particular vocalists is that they're not really singing just to add something corny or something. It's like, just to throw something on a EDM song. No, they actually take the song seriously. They actually try to implement something like substantial, emotional in their work, in the song. So pretty much trying to be like, I pretty much kind of call them a bit kind of like, the B-lister, like, Foxes or Matthew Coma or all these other vocalists that you see in so many songs like Nev, Run, all these people too. But they do deliver, and they deliver so amazingly well. So to Lilith, to Grace Venes Escaffi, wherever you guys are, I thank you guys so much for all the work and effort you put into the songs and really helping HGods go up to the spotlight. Because believe me,
we got some more in the works.
We have more songs in the works with them.
Yeah, absolutely. I like I said, I wouldn't be where I am without them. They make this very easy to make meaningful music. Their lyrics and melodies that they give me are just incredible. It makes it so much easier to make something sound great with them singing on it, for sure.
Amazing. And I definitely hope for those two more and more vocal opportunities come their way, and who knows, they could even reach the level of producer as well. I mean, who knows? I can kind of see one of them already being the next Halion. You don't know. You never know. So again, they're both talented. They're both incredible. You're incredible too. So the sky's the limit for you guys. Even though you may feel like, I kind of already achieved what I wanted to achieve already in NYC, there's so much more for you to do, so much more for you to accomplish. There's so much more potential, and so many other people out there who needs to know the power, the beauty, the prowess that is HGods. And I just hope what I'm doing here can really shine a light on people like you, and people can remember the letter H and the word gods and put them together. So that's hopefully I'm doing my job in that particular way. So HGods,
that means a lot coming from a music connoisseur like yourself. You hear a lot of music, you go to a lot of shows, so you know what you like, and I appreciate you for real for taking the time to interview me. It means a lot, and I appreciate your praise on the project. I'm very grateful.
Thank you so much. Also, quick shout out to EDM Identity. You guys helped me out a bit with the information. I had to shout EDM ID. But thank you so much, HGods, for your time. Thank you so much for all your incredible music. Thank you so much to all the people who were there backing you up, supporting you, and rooting for you every step of the way when you said you wanted to do this project and become HGods. So I thank you so much. You already have your foot in the door with so many incredible names in the EDM community. I can only hope, I can only pray that more and more will come your way. I will make sure that I throw your name in there as well, for hopefully you can support another legendary EDM producer. He's coming to NYC in the next month. The name Nick Miller, aka Elenium. That would be insane if possible. I gotta make sure I put a list out there. Cause I gotta give him a reminder, because so many people, so many talented people in NYC deserve to be on that stage in Brooklyn Mirage again. So that'll be your third time ever being there. I want to see HGods #3, and hopefully I'll have the privilege to see you on stage and see you live, because that has not happened yet. So
We'll get around to it very soon, and I'll ask them to throw my name in the hat for support on the Elenium show. That'd be really cool.
That would be insane. I just pray I can be able to see you live. I missed it twice. I would not forgive myself if I missed it
thrice. He's got 3 nights. He's got 3 nights coming up. So
I got 3 nights, but do I do all 3? Do I pick one of the 3? I can only tell you this: if I do see HGods there, I'm definitely coming to that particular night. But dude, the sky's the limit for you, HGods. So thank you so much again for all that you're doing. Let Hijinks know. Let Elenium know. Let the world know who you are and what you can deliver, what you can put on the table. Because what you're delivering, put on the table, is something incredible and deserves to be seen, deserves to be heard. So that's pretty much all I have to say about that. This is Len Blair Jr., HGods, signing out. I love you guys so much. Peace. Thank you again so
Peace.
much,
Thank
H
you, man.
Gods.
Have a good night.
You too.